So if you guys don't know, there's currently a Twitch stream going on right now of All-Star Weekend, of the WNBA All-Star Weekend. The Natisha Heidemann and Courtney Williams are there streaming on Twitch. There is Kayla McBride to 4,500 viewers right now, which is actually crazy. I remember they've got 22,000 followers on Twitch. Like 4,500 viewers is crazy, and it's going to be around 5,000. It's going to probably peak in the tens of thousands, which is kind of absolutely kind of crazy. Absolutely kind of crazy. Like, man, even in my peak of 2K, even in my peak, I only had 2 or 3 streams ever with over 10,000 concurrents. Even in my pandemic peak, 4,500 is crazy. But this is one of the things that has set people off. And this is the funniest thing about this, is that Sophie Cunningham has been on the stream, and apparently they're banning a load of people. And it's a thing that they have for the weekend. Basically, that you're just not allowed shit talk players. And because Sophie Cunningham came on the stream, and the players, you know, were very much on the side of, we're not going to shit talk. You're not allowed to shit talk Sophie. But yeah, it is well and truly a crazy situation. And it just shows that, like, the players are genuinely not out here. They are not out here interacting like the fans. And it's a good thing at the end of the day. That is a good thing. Players have, you know, their own minds. And I think there are some terminally online players. And Courtney Williams is literally... Courtney Williams does not care. She is the most, we do not care. I do not care at all. Like, she doesn't care what anyone thinks about her. She just says what she says, and people are either going to like it or they're going to hate it. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. But, yeah, let's see CDL's post engagements. You just know they're not going to be unhinged, right? Ban them. They're not welcome in this stream. Anyone's any negative but say about Sophie. Apparently they said about any stream, it ain't nothing but love. Imagine they have a whole thing that you're not allowed shit on players. And these, you know, I'm not even going to call them the hatelins. Like, I think they're literally a side where it's like anything they disagree with is the devil. Anything they disagree with is the devil, honestly. Like, these are the same people that were, like, championing Kiki Iriafen suplexing Sophie Cunningham. Like, these are the people who took a side of JC Sheldon over Sophie Cunningham. When, ironically, by the sounds of things, apparently it's all for political reasons, and there's a very... I don't know, nor do I care about the political leanings of a player, but there's a very good chance that it's the same. Like, JC Sheldon and Sophie are the same, and they might just turn on JC Sheldon at some stage. But anything when it's proximity of Caitlyn effect. If you're a rival of Caitlyn, it doesn't matter what it is, you're good. If you're a teammate of Caitlyn, it's bad, which is why the Sophie Cunningham crap has gotten 100 times worse this year. It's gotten 100 times worse than this year because she's playing with Indiana. W Twitter when they realize people they constantly shit on aren't hated by players. And it's like, genuinely, Dejanay is one of the players that constantly is regularly interacting with Sophie Cunningham on social media. And it's like, you do realize that regardless of most people in general, most people, like, just in life, most people are always going to be fans of people that are simultaneously fun to be around, and if you're a sports person, that is like a fun to be around, and that are kind of, for lack of a better word, enforcers or whatever you want to say, but players that will stand up for their teammates. There's a difference between being like, people all call Sophie Cunningham an enforcer. I think a lot of players will stand up for their teammates. I think I would assume a lot of players like playing with Sophie Cunningham. It's a WNBA. People play everywhere. I assume, you know, I know for a fact, like, you can tell for a fact people like playing with Sophie Cunningham. Every time they start growing little, they say the dumbest shit. Like, and that's the funniest thing, where it's like, basically saying, don't hate on any player. Don't hate on any player equals the dumbest shit. And that's what I mean when it's like, and do you want to know what else? Even though their fans are up, doesn't mean that Cortez fans need to be mean at the end of the day. It's like, Who's they? I think people need to use a critical thing. They never claim to support actions. They don't want negativity. It's like, support what actions? Support what actions? Like, I don't understand these people. They don't live in the real world. In the real world, like, I would hope. Not even I would hope. Like, in the real world, people are gonna have different opinions to you on every single topic. On every single topic, and at the end of the day, not everyone is going to align with every single thing you align with, and you pick and choose whether or not who you do and don't want to interact with based on that. Like it is what it is. That's just life. That's just life. Like, it would be a boring life. Like, not even a boring life. It would be a horrible life refusing to interact with people you enjoy being around. Like, obviously there are exceptions to what I'm saying. Like, obviously it's not a case where it's like there are differences. There are differences, but like in general, like, maybe it's a bit different because I'm not American, but like, I don't know, political leaning shouldn't automatically mean that someone's fair game to insult. Like, y'all lost me this one. Unsurprising. Wasn't Courtney Williams on stream asking ChatGPT if dinosaurs? Now they're attacking Courtney Williams. So that's the thing. All Courtney Williams has to say is, don't want no principles for the sake of the bag. All they literally said was, we're not being negative towards Sophie. That's all they said. That is all they said. And suddenly they're getting attacked. And that's the thing. You're telling me almost every WNBA is cool with her, but somehow our team is evil one for having her on it. No, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. Caitlin Clark, like, all you have to do, I mean this when I say this, like, they turned on Sid Colson for playing for the Fever. Sid Colson was these people's favorite player a year ago. DeWanna Bonner, they turned on DeWanna Bonner, by the way, when she joined the Fever. Like, your target audience, dude, they have 5,000 people. Their target audience is WNBA fans. Like, are these people are unhinged. Not only are they unhinged, they just don't understand. They just don't understand. Like, they do not understand life. These people are terminally online, and like, this is coming from a terminally online man. They just don't even understand life in general. They don't understand anything. They're literally out there, and that's the thing. It is nothing about anything. It is, Sophie Cunningham has not changed. These people weren't nearly as anti-Sophie Cunningham a year ago because look, Natasha Cloud's a good friend with her. Brittany Griner's a good friend with her, so she can't be that bad. And I'm like, at the end of the day, she seems to be a good teammate and a fun person to be around. Like, but it won't be, like, I mean this when I say this, like, until Caitlin Clark is sent to Alcatraz, this doesn't stop. And yes, unless it's just Caitlin, and I mean that when I say that because if it was a person prison, you know, maybe she becomes friends with a person and then that person's going to get killed. So unless Caitlin's sent to Alcatraz, where she's only around the alligators and not around real people, until Caitlin Clark's life is ruined, everyone in the proximity of Caitlin Clark or that is positive towards Caitlin Clark is going to be attacked by these people. You've seen what they're doing right now with these players. You've seen what they've done with Sophie. You've seen what they've done with Aaliyah Boston. They have the amount of awful stuff that's been said about Aaliyah Boston. The amount of awful stuff that's said about Sophie. The amount of awful stuff said about Lexi. The amount of awful stuff that was said about DeWanna Bonner. And the second she quits the Fever, they were like, oh, the same people calling DeWanna Bonner the last four letters of the name Raccoon and calling her a house SL or house N-word. These same people were pro DeWanna Bonner just because she got out of Indiana. Nothing to do with any other actions. It is literally proximity to Caitlin Clark. These people are completely unhinged. These people are unhinged. And Courtney Williams and Atisha Heidemann have got it right. Be positive. Be positive. Create a positive environment on your streams. Have fun. And people are going to want to watch you. People are going to naturally, in life, if you are fun and people like being around you, people generally gravitate towards you. People generally like you. If you're miserable like these dumbasses are, people don't want to interact with you. And it's not their fault that they're actually entertaining people and seem actually like legitimately good people.